I've taken rice and moong dal. Make sure it's clean before you use it, and some cumin seeds. Now what we are going to do is we are going to rinse rice and moong dal 2 to 3 times and then soak it for 2 to 3 minutes, not more than that, because it will become very soft and it will be difficult to remove the moisture. So now we are going to rinse rice and moong dal separately and remove all the excess water, and you can keep the strainer a little bit tilted so all the water is removed. So this in the strainer I'm going to keep for another 2 to 3 minutes until all the water is drained out. Moong dal is healthy, it is full of proteins. Even rice is healthy. I've taken regular rice, not fancy rice like basmati or anything, just regular. So keep the strainer tilted so all the water comes down. And now we are going to spread it on a plate to dry it. Traditionally my mother used to dry it in the sun, which is a good way, but everyone doesn't get the advantage of drying in the sun, especially if you're in the colder areas or during winter season. So you can dry it in the fan, under the fan, or you can place this on a cotton cloth or a paper napkin. I prefer cotton cloth over paper napkin because paper napkin has all the chemicals, or just use regular plate like how I'm using, and spread it in one layer so it gets dried up. And we are going to dry it only for about 1 to 1.5 hours. We don't want to dry it completely, just so that enough moisture is taken out. And we are going to dry roast it on a low medium heat for about 3 to 4 minutes. Make sure you get nice aroma of the it's roasted completely but not burnt, so make sure the gas stove is on low. And once it's roasted, you can take it on a plate to cool it down. And the same way we are going to roast rice on a low medium heat for another 3 to 4 minutes. It may take for some people more time, 5 to 6 minutes. The main goal is roasting it right. So roasting it right means there is no moisture when you touch the rice or a moong dal, and you get a nice toasty aroma. You'll get the aroma, so you know it's done. So now even we are going to rice is done, so I'm going to take it out on the plate to cool it down, and I'm going to roast cumin seeds. Cumin seeds will take 3 to 4 minutes on a low medium heat. Cumin seeds will also release a good aroma, so they get burnt very easily, cumin seeds, so make sure the gas flame is low and you keep on stirring it. So before putting it in the blender, let it cool down completely, because if it's hot then it will create moisture and it will go bad very easily. So we are going to put it in the blender, because you can store this khichdi mix in an airtight container for about 3 to 4 weeks at a room temperature, but I usually make like a stock only for 2 weeks, because fresh better it is. So even when you are blending it, make sure your blender is not getting hot enough. Just pulse it for a few seconds and then release it. So you're going to use this strainer, especially if it's a 6 months baby or a very young baby, then use this strainer to make sure you get the right consistency. And this can be stored in an airtight container for about 3 to 4 weeks at room temperature. You will get a coarse mixture which you can put back in the blender or use in some other recipe for adults. So I got a very nice texture. So how to cook this khichdi mix is take water, boil the water. First 2 spoons of khichdi mix, I have taken 3/4 cup of water. We are going to boil the water completely, and then once the water is boiling, I'm going to add the khichdi mix. Once you add the khichdi mix, keep on stirring it, because otherwise it will form lumps. It's very important. We don't want any lumps, because if the lumps are formed, then it doesn't get cooked properly. And this we are going to cook for 3 to 4 minutes. It doesn't take time to cook this because it's already roasted. So I'm going to cook it. You can add fruits to this khichdi mix, like banana, peach, whatever you like. You can add cooked vegetables like cooked raw banana, pumpkin, beans, zucchini, any vegetable you can cook, mash it and add it to this khichdi mix so they get different flavors. So first you can start with plain and then go on adding different vegetables. So now once it's cooled down, I'm going to take it out in a bowl. It's a very good consistency I have. If you want to adjust the consistency, you can add formula, mother's milk or regular milk, or you can add some water, whatever you prefer. Usually my mother advised not to add any milk when using moong dal much. Avoid milk and you can use water. So now this is perfect consistency. And as I said, you can add vegetables of your choice. Usually if it's a ripe banana, I don't cook it. Now if you're in a rush and if you feel that there are lumps are formed, then always use the strainer, because when the lumps are formed, it is not cooked properly, it's undercooked. So don't use the lumps, so use any kind of strainer to strain it. So here the lumps are not formed, so I didn't use the strainer. This is perfect. Do try it out and let me know your comments, or if you like to see any baby food recipes. Please subscribe Vegetarian Kids and have a wonderful day ahead.